Whew. Hello, YouTube. Holy moly me oh my. Well, let's just do this. I'm like really excited about this new thing that I've been working on in my life. We all know that I am wild. It's actually funny because this song that I'm listening to, if you can hear it, maybe it's too loud, I'm sorry, maybe it's too quiet, I have no idea, but it's called Wildflower by Octave Listener. Good song. But yeah, so I am a very wild, go with the flow, make your own path, take life as it comes and work with it accordingly, and freaking that works in some situations, but in a lot of situations I end up just falling short of my own expectations because I'm chilling too hard, you know? Like sometimes I'm like, heck yeah, I can do so much stuff, like I am capable of accomplishing so much. And then other times I'm like, a schedule? What? No, that's not how I work. A routine? I don't know about that. Like, I'll do what I do when I do it and it'll get done and I'll be fine. And I always am, but like, I've done a lot of research on myself and I've done a lot of research about life and living well and living productively, and all of that is a large study of mine, life and living well, and something that I've been doing for myself as of November 1st, because I'm kind of obsessed with new beginnings. Started using a big old journal planner thing. And originally I wanted to do a bullet journal. If you haven't heard of them, they're amazing. They are essentially... So mine is really just like gridded paper. A bullet journal is, instead of like the grid lines, it's just like bullets and like corners where you can make lines if you want to, or you can just write over it. But quite honestly, those journals are a little bit more expensive than I want to spend. They're like $20 and this thing was like $3. At some point I'll probably actually buy a journal that is a bullet journal, an official one, because I really vibe with what, first off, who the creator is. I think his name is like Ryder Wilson or something like that. Ryder Carroll. He's got a nice quote that I'll just show you my journal, my planner. This man is a good man, and I want to support what he does. But essentially how I have decided that I'm going to get my shit together is giving, like, I always work with like to-do lists, and I always like have an idea, at least in my brain, of what I need to accomplish, and like maybe I'll put it out on a piece of paper and I'm like, these are the things that need to be done, and here's like the list of importance to do, and then I end up with like 9 different journals that I'm all carrying around, and I don't really keep the best track of it all because of that. And this is just a large format where I can just throw it all out there, and you can kind of make it however you want it. It's kind of nice because you can be like a little bit explorative with it. Like, I have these different type fonts or calligraphy works or whatever the heck you want to call it. Let me just read to you like an elementary school teacher would. November! Intentions this month: to no longer be that which stands in my own way. Become that which I know I am capable to be, and stabilize me for future and current instability, to combat and control it, and to succeed. Because I'm always moving. I don't have a lot of constants in my life, and like, going with the flow in life requires a little bit of structure elsewhere. I learned about that really, truly, first off through self-reflection, but also I've been studying numerology. Is my beanie down far enough that you can't see my eyebrow wiggle? I've been studying numerology, and I'm a life path 5. And if you're curious about that, Google search numerology life path calculator. it'll take you down a rabbit hole, a bunch of stuff. It's like algorithms with your birthday and like numbers and like, it's wild. But I'm a life path 5, which means the freedom seeker adventurer. Totally me. Absolutely. I'm also a Libra. I'm also a freelance artist. I don't even know if I want to say freelance, but like I'm an artist. I'm like someone who just, I need to be free, but I also need to be successful, and I have a lot of expectations for myself, and in order to succeed, I need to have some sort of expectations really cold hard written down for myself. I've had a lot of coffee, and I woke up early today for the first time, like, ever recently, and I think I might start doing that on purpose more often. It's another thing, like, I'm having these expectations for myself, and I'm actually, like, meeting them, or I'm failing, and that's fine. So then I'll just put that expectation onto the next day, or the next week, or whatever. Or I'm exceeding them, and I make room for more expectations, as opposed to, like, waking up and being like, I'm gonna go with the flow, I'm gonna do what I think I need to do. I have this, like, small list of to-dos in my brain, and I'll get them done, but, like, I don't know. I've learned that the less decisions I have to make because I've already decided it for myself, the more that I can get shit done well. Like, I set, here's my calendar. I have, like, each day, November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I dropped off on the 5th and the 6th, and that's fine. On the 7th, I have all of these things that it is my intention to set them the night before, or first thing in the morning, so that I wake up and I know what needs to be done with my day. Sometimes I'll say, this needs to happen by this o'clock, this needs to happen by this o'clock, you know? And then I can keep myself on a schedule, and, like, this might not work for some people, but it works really well for me, and I've always done this when I was in high school or college, and I was juggling 1,000 things to do, and I was like, when am I gonna make time to do all of it? But I really actually work with a simple, complex schedule. Son's was a train wreck. Anywho, so this is working well for me. Something that I have learned about myself in this week of doing this is that I don't know if you can even read any of this, so I don't know if this is even worth holding like this. But I have things that I want to accomplish every week, and maybe at the beginning of this month I thought that I was going to accomplish those every day, and that just didn't happen, and so I made it more sensibly to the week, and it works really well. Things such as, I really have always been kind of bummed out that I've not been, like, able to consistently make YouTube happen, and I love it, and I spend so much time on YouTube watching it, and I have so many ideas that I want to put out to YouTube, but I just chill too hard, and then, like, my schedule ends up not letting it happen, or, like, it ends up being too full because I chilled too hard at other times, or whatever it may be. Often I feel like my surroundings are too chaotic to, like, let a camera into it, and, like, that's kind of true here, but my body is blocking most of it. I'm in Iowa, by the way. I'm in a camper I've been living in my mom's backyard for a while, and I'm coming upon my last days being here. I'll be going to New Mexico soon. I probably sound like a broken record to some of you. I've been planning on getting to New Mexico soon, but rushing isn't necessary for reasons that I'll get to later on, and it's just getting cold enough to where I feel like I don't really want to be in this camper anymore, but it's been a beautiful, like, studio space and, like, space where I can just figure out what I need. It's been good. So I kind of, like, have really, really, really been focusing on being able to have an expectation for what I'm creating, when I'm going to have it done, how much I will be able to make in my life, energetic monetary exchange for that, and how I can budget with that, and see if I need to work an actual job or not, and what kind of actual job I will want. These various reflections and moving forward with them has been, it's been progressive thinking. I will say that, progressive thinking space. And I've been getting a lot of things done that I impress myself when I actually try. So things I want to do weekly our YouTube videos, I want to be able to be active on Instagram more. It's a thing that I just easily fall off of for whatever reason. Draw more. I have like actually put it on paper that I want to be drawing more and like writing more. And because I actually put it on paper, it's been happening. Like, I'm not just like, oh, I'll do it at some point. Like, and even if I don't make it happen, then like, whatever, that just doesn't get a check mark. And like, sometimes check marks are really satisfying and it's worth doing a list for, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But just having intentions, having goals, having like an actual schedule that I can look to, and like having like a constant list of like, I have like YouTube ideas that I'd want to talk about, and like what I've learned in the process of doing this journaling thing, and like the art things that I have in progress and my budget with it. That's a whole other section on this paper. And like things I want to do for my mind and body. I want to be drinking a fuck ton of water because you just should be, and I just haven't been. And now that I have it on paper, I've actually been doing it. I don't know why, but and I want to do yoga, and I want to stretch, and I want to move more, and I want to meditate, and like these things being intentionally put into a schedule works really well for me. I don't know. These are small steps that I can really conquer my life, and I'm excited about it, and I'm reintroducing myself to the YouTube world once again because I actually plan on sticking around this time. Because look at how much freaking journal space I have to fill. And this is just the beginning, you know? It works. Watch YouTube videos on bullet journals if you're curious. Watch just like life planning and organizing videos if you're curious. Talk to me. I don't care. I'll talk right back. I love community. You know, I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said about going with the flow and being a free floaty la la la, but like also I know damn well that I just do a lot better when I have intention behind what I'm doing. That is happening, and I want to say expect one more video next week, and one more video the week after that, and one more video the week after that. This is like my 11th month YouTubing. I'm trying to YouTube anyway. I think I started in January of this year. So like hopefully by December, maybe I'm doing bi-weekly. I have high hopes, high expectations. Actual structure and guideline. Who'd have thunk? But that's all for now. I'll give more updates on later things later, but I need to use this like caffeine rush that I have going on right now to do more than just talk to a camera and whoever's behind the camera. I want to say thanks for staying tuned on my YouTube journey and like my life journey and like whatever. I will update on the things that I've fallen off with on other conversations at another point here. There's a lot to be said about a lot of things. Oh, goodness. Until then, y'all, stay bright-eyed with wonder, and stay wild, and stay curious, and stay reflective, and stay on top of your goals, because really, I feel like it's a lot more effective than we'd like to give it credit. Over and out, y'all. Very much love. Very much love. Much love.